Some love stories are written with ink, others are captured in glances. That is the line that comes to mind when one sees Liu Xueyi and Songyun's latest wedding photos. The image is not simply about fashion, or a costume meant to fit into a drama storyline. Instead, it feels like a quiet confession, a soft echo of something unsaid yet deeply felt. Dressed in pure white, they look less like actors performing a scene and more like two kindred spirits caught in the midst of a promise. His calm gaze carries a steadiness that anchors the moment, while her smile radiates a warmth that feels like home. Together, they create a picture that transcends fiction. It lingers in the heart like déjà vu, as though we've stumbled upon a private memory. And the fans, they are not just watching, they are daydreaming. Comment sections are filled with sighs, heart emojis, and even playful pleas. Can't they just get married for real? This is not merely admiration for beauty, it is a longing for authenticity. A collective hope that such tenderness might exist beyond the screen. Stay with me, because what unfolds next will show why this pairing is unlike any other in the industry. Today, there are certain moments in entertainment when art begins to imitate life so closely that the line between the two almost vanishes. That is precisely what happened with Liu Xueyi and Songyun's wedding photos. At first glance, they appear to be stills from a drama, carefully crafted by directors and stylists. But the more you look, the more you realize there is something unscripted shining through, something that doesn't quite belong to the world of fiction. Take Liu Xueyi's expression, for instance. It is not the polished smile of an actor aware of his angles. It is softer, more contemplative, almost as if he has momentarily forgotten the cameras. His eyes do not just meet Songyun's, they linger, they search, they hold. And Songyun responds with a smile so luminous it feels as though she has been caught off guard by genuine joy. This reciprocity, this invisible current flowing between them, is what gives the image its extraordinary power. It feels less like a photo shoot, and more like a memory accidentally leaked to the public. Fans were quick to notice this. On social media, one admirer wrote, "If this is acting, then give them both Oscars immediately." Another gushed, "This doesn't look like a drama wedding, it looks like a real wedding album." The comments sections are filled with playful speculation, from fans tagging them as husband and wife, to others begging producers to cast them in a full-length romance drama together. The consensus is clear. What they shared in those photos was too convincing, too tender, to be dismissed as mere performance. And isn't that what every great on-screen pairing aspires to achieve? Some couples dazzle with theatrics, creating love stories that sparkle but fade quickly once the screen goes dark. Liu Xueyi and Songyun, however, offer something quieter but more enduring. Their chemistry resembles the gentle unfolding of springtime, the kind that sneaks up on you slowly, petal by petal, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by blossoms you didn't even notice had bloomed. To describe them is to think of complementary forces in nature. He is like the sturdy oak tree, rooted and dignified, offering shade and protection. She is like sunlight breaking through the branches, playful yet essential, illuminating everything she touches. Alone, they are striking. Together, they are breathtaking. This dynamic is what makes fans say things like, "They don't just look like a couple. They look like destiny meeting halfway." The brilliance of these wedding photos lies not just in their aesthetics but in their storytelling. Even without dialogue, even without a plot, they manage to tell a tale of intimacy, trust, and possibility. Their body language speaks volumes. The slight lean toward each other, the relaxed shoulders, the unforced smiles. It all feels like a choreography of the heart. A dance they didn't even rehearse. The timing of these photos also played a role in their impact. In an era where audiences crave sincerity amidst glossy perfection, Liu Xueyi and Songyun offered a reminder of what authenticity looks like, even if paradoxically, it emerged from a staged moment. The irony is delicious. A fabricated scene that feels more real than reality television itself. Fans are not just entertained, they are moved. They find themselves believing in love again, if only for a fleeting second. This is why the internet erupted. It wasn't simply about admiring two beautiful people in elegant attire. It was about the feeling that maybe, just maybe, the affection captured in those frames wasn't all pretend. It was about hope, the hope that behind the glamour of show business, genuine connections can still exist. As the conversation continues, it becomes clear, this pairing is not just about a single viral photo. It is about the way two actors, through grace and sincerity, can ignite imaginations and inspire belief in love itself. And that, perhaps, is the greatest magic Liu Xueyi and Songyun have conjured together. Every era of entertainment produces its own legendary couples pairs, whose chemistry electrifies the screen and imprints itself on the collective imagination of viewers. We recall Xiao Liang and Feng Xiaofeng, whose regal grace in the story of Minglin gave audiences a taste of power and vulnerability intertwined. We think of Yang Zai and Deng Lun in Ashes of Love, who set hearts racing with their fiery intensity. Each duo, in their own way, carved out a place in drama history. Yet when fans speak of Liu Xueyi and Songyun, the tone shifts. It is not only about performance, it is about resonance, about the rare ability to feel real. Liu Xueyi and Songyun do not overwhelm with spectacle. Instead, they enchant with subtlety. Their connection resembles a watercolor painting, soft, delicate, with hues that blend seamlessly into one another. Unlike oil paintings, bold and dramatic, watercolors reveal their beauty in gentle layers, rewarding the viewer who lingers. In the same way, this couple's charm grows the longer you look. You notice the small things, the way Songyun tilts her head slightly toward him, or how Liu Xueyi seems to relax in her presence as if exhaling a truth he doesn't share with anyone else. Fans have picked up on these nuances. One Weibo comment read, "They're not acting in these photos, they're breathing together." Another chimed in with, "Every look between them feels like a conversation in silence." Such remarks reveal the emotional impact they've had. Viewers are not just entertained, they are transported into a space where fiction and reality blur. This is the kind of fan devotion that extends beyond a single drama. It becomes loyalty to a dynamic, a pairing, a dream. What truly sets them apart is balance. In many on-screen couples, one actor's charisma dominates while the other becomes an orbiting star. With Liu Xueyi and Songyun, the dynamic feels equal, almost like a duet where both voices are distinct yet harmonious. He carries the gravitas of calm oceans, while she brings the brightness of spring breezes. Together, they form a rhythm that feels less like scripted performance and more like nature unfolding, ineffable, balanced, beautiful. We can also think of them as two dancers in a ballroom. Some pairs impress with spins and dramatic lifts, dazzling the audience with acrobatics. But Liu Xueyi and Songyun captivate with the waltz, steady, graceful, understated, yet unforgettable. Their steps are in sync, their movements guided not by choreography alone, but by trust. That trust, visible even in a still photo, is what fans instinctively respond to. The reactions online echo this sentiment. Fans have created edits overlaying romantic ballads on their wedding photos, some even calling them the couple we didn't know we needed. Others joke, if they don't end up together, it'll be the biggest plot twist. It's telling that fans use the language of storylines and scripts even when discussing the possibility of real romance. For them, Liu Xueyi and Songyun have become characters in a collective fairy tale, one where the ending has not yet been written. In an industry saturated with pairings that flare brightly and fade quickly, this duo offers something refreshing: consistency. Their bond, whether real or imagined, doesn't feel forced or temporary. It feels like the kind of connection that could be revisited again and again in different dramas. Like timeless co-stars who never lose their spark. Just as audiences in Hollywood once longed for repeated pairings like Audrey Hepburn and Gregory Peck, Chinese drama fans may have found their modern equivalent in Liu Xueyi and Songyun. And so, when we place them alongside other famous couples, they do not compete with extravagance, they distinguish themselves with authenticity. They are not the firework display that dazzles for a night and disappears into smoke. They are the lantern light, steady, enduring, guiding viewers through the landscape of romance with a glow that lingers. As the discussion grows, one thing is clear: this is more than a passing moment. Liu Xueyi and Songyun are not just admired for their beauty, they are celebrated for the way they make love feel believable again. And in the noisy world of entertainment, believability may just be the most precious treasure of all.